Hey, Instagram and Facebook friends. Welcome to Austin Dental Spa, another version of Wisdom Wednesday. As you know, if you've tuned into previous Wisdom Wednesdays, I always give a little scientific topic, which is an easy one today, and then we do a health tip. So stick around, find out what the health tip is. First, we are going to talk about, obviously, my team was surprised when I came in with this morning. We decided to celebrate Halloween a little bit early because some of my team is not here on Thursdays and Fridays, and Halloween is Sunday. I decided my suggestion was, why don't we celebrate it on Monday if we're not going to be here on Sunday, because that's the day after. And they're like, no, we can't do it. We have to do it before. So here it is, Wednesday. I got outvoted yet again. When I came in this Superman outfit, several people expressed surprise and laughed. I said, what are you laughing at? This is what I see when I look in the mirror every day. So I don't know what their problem is, but that's my mind's eye. So I got my Superman outfit on in celebration of Halloween on Sunday. But what I decided to do today for the topic is expand on that Halloween idea with candies to eat and candies not to eat, the best and the worst. Believe it or not, there are some that are better than others. Now, the ones to avoid, the sticky, gooey stuff, the sour stuff, and the hard candies. Now, I'll go through each one of those and tell you why. The sticky, gooey stuff, candy corn gets a bad rap, as it should. This is like 110% sugar out of 100. I ate this stuff when I was a kid. I always bit the white end off and then the yellow ends off, saved all the orange ones, and then ate a handful of those at a time. Somehow I thought it tasted different. It all tastes the same, and it's all 100% sugar. That sugary stuff, now, as you probably already know, sugar in and of itself doesn't cause decay. It's the bacteria, the biofilms that get built up around your teeth, the sticky, gooey stuff that you can scrape off with your fingernail if you're not brushing well. This stuff sticks to the biofilm, and that biofilm can break this stuff down in less than 10 minutes, and it creates acid as a byproduct. That acidity is what eats away at your teeth. So repeated exposure to really, really sugary, sticky stuff like that that's going to stay on your teeth a long time is way more likely to cause decay. Why the sour stuff? Again, 100% sugar, plus it's got citric acid in it. And the citric acid, on the one hand, stimulates saliva, which we like, but on the other hand, that citric acid and the sugar are a 1-2 punch for your teeth. It increases the acidity level, lowers your pH, and makes you much more susceptible to decay. Now, a handful of these every once in a while are one. Most people stick them in their mouth and they just suck on it until it dissolves. It's what I used to do in my younger days. Some people bite and crunch on it. As it gets softer, it gets sticky. And so, believe it or not, starting Monday, we'll have people coming in, mostly parents, that have pulled out dental work because they've eaten sticky, gooey stuff. This is my favorite. I mean, not my favorite. My favorite is a dentist, Jolly Ranchers. These have done more for my business than any single candy on the planet, because ever since Jolly Ranchers have been around, since about the 80s, people suck on them at first because they're kind of hard, and then they get soft and gooey, and they bite down into them, and then when they open, they pull crowns off, they pull veneers off, they pull fillings out. Jolly Ranchers, great if you want to visit the dentist next week. Not so great if you want to eat something healthy. Now, if you're going to give that to all the kids in the neighborhood, throw one of my cards in there on top of that, so that they know. So let's talk about the good ones. If there is such thing as good candy, and believe it or not, there is, chewing gum. Now, not the super bubble stuff that's 100% sugar, but sugar-free, particularly with xylitol in it. I did a segment a couple of weeks ago. At least twice I went through xylitol during all the COVID craze when it was at the height of its scariness. And xylitol, somehow it's not getting out in the mainstream media, but xylitol has been shown in a couple of different studies to keep the coronavirus from being able to penetrate the ACE2 receptors in your nose and your mouth, and B, it actually has been shown to kill coronavirus. So Xylitol, there's a nasal spray called XLEAR, Clear, that you can spray in your nose twice a day, and it will lessen your chances considerably. That and vitamin D and zinc and vitamin C, it's like putting a coat of armor on, protects you. So xylitol in these sugarless gums is actually good because the chewing helps clean your teeth and stimulates saliva, like we talked about earlier. The flavor doesn't really matter, but if you're going to chew something, don't get the sugared gum. Get the sugarless gum. Secondly, things with nuts in it. Although the chocolate does have sugar in it, nuts in the candies will help clean your teeth just due to the friction that goes on. And nuts are actually good for you, even if they're in a candy bar. So if you're going to eat a candy bar, get the Almond Joy with nuts, not Almond Joy without nuts. And then finally, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate has actually been shown to have some health benefits, like for your heart, and in normal amounts, in moderation. If you ate dark chocolate all day long, it could have the reverse effect, and you're going to change waistlines probably pretty quickly too. But if you're going to eat chocolate, try to find the dark chocolates and try to find things with nuts in them, and chew the sugarless gum. And that should get you through Halloween. I love to tell this story. A good friend of mine, older dentist, one of my mentors back in the 80s, was real bent on all of his patients being the healthiest patients in town. He'd put them through a 2-week how to take care of your teeth thing. He lived up in the Arboretum area, which was fairly unpopulated, nothing like it is right now, right when they were building 360 over there. And he decided one year he was not going to give out candy to the kids in the neighborhood, so he gave little dental floss receptacles and toothbrushes. And his house got egged overnight by the kids in town, and he was so devastated because he thought he was doing the right thing. But if I got a toothbrush and some dental floss, I probably would consider egging their house too. He would have been better off just to turn the lights off and pretend that he wasn't home. So if you're going to get in the spirit of Halloween, it's a little different scene this year than it was last year. Kids are going to get out in limited numbers and stay in certain neighborhoods, I think. But I do see some community involvement. So try to be healthy with your choices for what you're giving out to the kids. You don't have to give them M&Ms and some of the bad examples, candy corn. Steer clear of that. Give them something that's a little healthier for their teeth. So health tip of the week. It is last week of October, and as we said at the beginning of the month, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Breast cancer is not limited to females. 1 in 100 males in the United States get breast cancer as well. So, health tip, do a self-examination, get a mammogram. You ladies, if you haven't had one in a while, should be doing it yearly. Early detection is the key. This ends our month of October with our motto, don't fall behind. So don't fall behind on taking care of yourself. Have a healthy, happy Thanksgiving, or Halloween. Thanksgiving will be next month. And next week, we'll introduce our motto for November. I'll see you then. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween. Jeez.